This is Errol Marsh from the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, and we are here at Radio Row. Jabba in the mouth. Jabba is not here. He's right now at home taking care of his family. But we're here with a very special guest. We're very happy to be here with this very special guest. We bumped into him while we were going upstairs. Jason Avant. Jason, what's up, buddy?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing today? You guys
Doing
good?
great, man.
You look good, man. You look like you could still play, man.
It looks are deceiving. I don't want to be hit, and that's the truth of the matter. Is
That's
that
what they
I
say.
try to stay in shape and look the part, but getting hit and stepping into that arena again, no, thank you.
What is it like coming to an event like this, seeing a bunch of people run to you? Jason, can I get an interview with you? When you used to be the one that you're on the field and you're like, get the cameras away from me. I don't want to deal with the cameras. We lost. I don't want to deal with this.
Yeah, it's like I was always a guy that was open to the media, so this is no problem at all. So it's that's what you're here for. Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny when you see players walk through and they're kind of standoffish. It's like, buddy, you probably shouldn't come to this event because this is what this event is about. You're helping each other, and it's an opportunity for bigger programs, smaller programs or corporations to get interviews from players, and that's what you guys pay the money to come down here for. So the players should, try their best to be accommodating.
Connections. That's what it is, because you don't know who you're going to bump into.
Yeah, you don't know.
And people don't know. Yeah, people don't know who you are.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
happens.
And then you bump into them and you're like, wait a second, I saw you and I was swiping and you popped right there. Now I know who you guys are, and that's what it is.
Another thing, too, as far as the players are concerned, we wear helmets. It's not the NBA. It's not the MLB.
man.
So whenever you get an opportunity to tell your story and or share what's on the inside of you with your helmet off, it makes you more marketable. So, don't waste that opportunity at all.
I tell you, we're trying to get people, and I'm walking around. I was like, man, I wish they didn't wear helmets so I could know who I'm looking at.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, I don't wear any helmets, and when they do notice me, I try to duck and weave.
Yeah.
Because I don't even want to speak to some people that are just, I hate you. You're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. What kind of post was that the other day? And I'm like, I guess I'm the heel. I guess you hate me. So it's okay. It's all right. Giant fans don't like me because I have my own opinion to the Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
We love Giants fans, though.
Of course you do.
Now.
Of course you do. You know why you love Giant fans? I'll tell you why you love Giant fans. Because you got something right now thanks to the Giants, and that's Saquon Barkley. So guess what? For all you Giant fans out there, we got an Eagle right over here, a former Eagle, that knows a little bit about losing and not really getting something going or even getting handed something. He had to earn it. So, Jason, what was your thoughts on the Giants screwing up on the Saquon Barkley signing?
You know what? The Giants weren't the only team. That was the trend around the league, and that's the problem with trends. Trends are, good at times, but you have to assess each player. And when you assess Saquon's ability, you'll know that he's one of the guys that go outside trends. And because the unique makeup of being able to have vision, elite athleticism, and the speed combination, if you put him in the right system, it's going to flourish. So good job by Howie sticking to his convictions about the player that Saquon was and not where the league was going, because he said, you know what, if we add Saquon to what we're doing, we're going to change what we do for him. And that's what the Eagles have done. The Eagles have historically, last 5-7 seasons, have been a 60-40 or so passing team, or even more at times. Right. And now they're almost a 60-40 run team. They did that because of Saquon Barkley. They changed who they were because of Jalen and Saquon's dynamic. And that's just insight. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. Or there are people in the Giants organization that had it, but they weren't in a high enough position to make a decision. It happens sometimes. You lose a few sometimes, but you'll treat the next hot girl good.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I could use one.
Until her contract's up, I guess.
But you got to know you can't treat the ugly ones great like you did Daniel Jones, though.
Well, Errol was a big Daniel Jones supporter.
I was a big Daniel Jones.
No, you guys
just to
were
troll me.
Crackheads for that. I knew that.
And I'm a Jet fan. I'm a Jet fan, but I went out there and I said, listen, the Giants did him wrong. They didn't give him any weapons. They didn't really put him in a good position to win. Finally, Saquon Barkley was healthy one year, and that's why he got his extended contract. But what did they give him as a wide receiver? They gave him nothing.
My thing about this is it's always been when you're an elite player, no matter what position group you are, your team, well, when you're in a big four, you're like a quarterback, defensive end, left tackle, big three, left tackle, right tackle. Usually that equates to wins. Mm-hmm. And Daniel Jones at Duke still didn't win at a high clip.
I always say
and
this.
any players that are like that, I always said that about Ben Simmons, and you guys have that in Ben Simmons at LSU didn't make the tournament. I'm like, dude, that dude's going to be a freaking dud at some point.
He's going to be a free agent too soon.
And the crazy thing is that teams want him. What the hell are we smoking?
Why?
Yeah, they're
so afraid to take a layup.
It's crazy, but that always goes back to that. So same thing with Daniel Jones. Yeah, he may have great talent and some intangibles, but you figure out ways to win games when you are that player, especially at the quarterback position. Think about it. Ben Roethlisberger at Miami, Ohio, had them in every big game and was winning the MAC every year and competed against Michigan and all the others because he was a player. Mm-hmm. Donovan at Syracuse, almost a national. Like, when you are a player, you win no matter what.
Right.
Man, it's been so tough for me as a Giants fan because I love saying I got 3 jerseys I can't wear, man. What am I supposed to do about this?
Well, this is I always say this as an NFL fan. Get a jersey with your favorite number and put your name on the back of it because all of us are going to get expired.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
All of us are going bye-bye.
Well, the worst was I told these guys the other day. The worst was I got a LeVar Arrington Giants jersey the game before he tore his Achilles. So I got it for
he was here.
3 days.
I saw him the other day.
It was useful for 3 days.
It was 3 days. Yeah. You got bad luck. Stop buying jerseys.
You want to hear bad luck?
You're
you were probably in this. I don't remember if you were in this game. I'm terrible. Terrible. But I was at the Matt Dodge punt to Deshaun Jackson game.
I threw the last block.
Yeah, well, you didn't even need to because no one was tackling him.
Probably did. Listen, I like to think that my block sealed the game, but that's what I tell my kids. It was my block that got Deshaun free. So that's what I tell them. So shut your mouth, buddy.
Here's the thing. I should have because the whole first half of the game, I was pretty tanked from tailgating and making fun of the Eagles fans that were sitting around me.
Terrible.
And then, as you remember, if you do, it was a long time ago now, Vic took you guys all the way back. And then the stupid punt. How do you kick it? It was a low-line drive.
It was a lot of bonehead plays. That wasn't the only one.
Intro roll messed up a play, I remember.
No, it was Kenny Phillips that just totally whiffed on the interception and let Ben Selleck go like 80 yards, right? And then you guys weren't in position on an onside kick. We were down by a million. Like, what were you guys doing back? Like, we were going to kick the ball back. Down 28 points in the fourth quarter. We get an onside kick recovered, like a surprise onside.
I remember
Yeah, so you guys had a lot of things
like,
that go wrong in that game.
So I always have this thing because when I coach, like, you catch the ball on the fly, but don't kick it short because if it bounces to him, y'all know you're running right through your lanes, running past him now because you thought it's a fumble, and now all of a sudden it's an easy return.
It was the guy that gets that doesn't get enough credit. If you guys go back and watch that tape, is a guy named Omar Gaither out of Tennessee, linebacker many years ago. He blocks one guy and knocks him into 2 other Giants. So he gets a 3-for-1.
That's crazy.
Right? And right when he dropped the ball, and that's where Deshaun found the lane, and that was he basically won the game.
Because everyone's like, ball.
Deshaun Jackson reminds me of Russell
He was
Westbrook.
a giant killer.
Yes, he reminds me of Russell Westbrook on a basketball court. The guy he doesn't look like much until he starts to run, and you're like, holy crap, that guy is fast.
Yeah, he was unbelievable. It's only a few players that can keep their speed and play football. Football is a hard game to keep elite speed. It's because you have to change direction so much. So very rarely do you get a guy that can maneuver a defender, be quick after you're broken down and you don't have the speed. Tyreek Hill, Deshaun, they're at the top of that list when it comes to that. And when you get a guy like that, you keep it.
Tyreek Hill likes to do things on social media. The wags for riches. Oh, by the
way, how many women he have on that thing?
He's got one, but he's got like 14 kids. I wanted to see Ocho Cinco because he's on the show too. I had a lot to say to him. He was here the other day, but I haven't had a chance to really have a conversation with him.
That's embarrassing, man. That whole thing.
Well, that's like when the Jets were on Hard Knocks, and Antonio Cromartie's trying to name his kids, and they're
can't
all
even
born in the
name
same
them.
year.
He's got like 20 kids.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Let's get something straight. Elon got a lot of kids too now. I always say that the House and the Senate we're just as bad as the football player.
Mr. Avant threw us a curveball right there. Trump is coming. This is the first president
Why
heading
would
to the
he
Super Bowl.
announce? Trump's like, hey, I'm coming, dude. If somebody tried to shoot my freaking face off, I'm not announcing I'm going anywhere. I'll show up in the back tunnel.
He feels like
Trump
one of those
is like,
guys.
dude, I'm coming.
Stop! Who's gonna take a shot at me? You can't get me.
You can't get me.
You tried. You can't get me.
God is protecting me. I found the Lord. He caused the bullet to go.
I can catch a bullet.
Magic bullet.
I can catch a bullet.
With my bare hand.
Very bad people did that.
Oh, my God. Donald Trump, that's an interesting story by itself.
No matter what, it's going to be comedy.
Yeah.
It's going to be comedy. Now, that's the one thing we have for the next 4 years. It's going to be a lot of tears for a lot of people, a lot of rejoicing for other people. But one thing for sure for everyone is going to be comedy.
A lot of laughter. There's no question. As, a lot of people, including my girlfriend, is obsessed with him for some reason. I mean, she watched every single speech all the way through for 13 months. I would not lie. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. He's in some other state, and it's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, or whatever it is. And I'm sitting right over there. I'm trying to go to sleep, and she's watching it in my bed. I'm like, could you stop with this? He says the same thing, over and over and over again. Yeah, but it's not the same. He says it in a different way, and it's funnier the way he brings up this person and that person. It's funny. Yeah. I'm tired. I want to go to bed. I want to go to bed. I don't want to hear it anymore. All the way through.
Wants to be black now.
That's right.
That one was the craziest, man. That was the craziest.
Don is crazy.
That's good.
Don is.
I think the first time he
crazy.
became president, I'll never forget watching the Republican primaries where everyone's like, "You're not allowed to say that. You can't do that." And then he beat all of them by 40 points.
No, that's the you can't.
They don't want us to talk anything when it comes to politics, especially it pisses people off. But I don't even get into politics. But how could you miss what's going on in the world right now?
You can't miss it. There's some things are like, it's all over the place for our country, right?
Yeah.
But some things you can't control, and you just gotta laugh at it. Like some things are just funny. And that's my sentiment. I'll listen to Trump speak just to laugh because like some of the things are just funny. Like the other day he was on and they were talking about like, oh, this is a horrible deal we had with China and Canada and Mexico. Don, it's been in place since you signed it the last time. You were the one that did the deal, buddy.
Now he wants to break it. And then
whoever did this was a horrible deal.
And then he came back on. Then he came back on it. He was like, you know what? We're going to push it. We're going to keep it with Canada and Mexico
which was a deal that was already signed.
Oh,
and it's like,
look
at what great thing I did.
That's just funny.
It's kind of like Jake Paul and Canelo Alvarez.
That's right.
Canelo and Jake were about to fight, and then all of a sudden, 24 to 48 hours when everybody was talking about it, it's closed. It doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Why? Because Jake's a peewee, and he's afraid because he knows if he gets in the ring with that monster, he's going to knock him the F out.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to embarrass himself.
You can't pay him.
No.
Yeah.
Because Canelo's going to make the money no matter what.
Yeah.
He doesn't need Jake's marketing to help him. This guy is a marketing genius himself, and he sells anyways.
Jake may end up fighting Crawford because that'll be big money.
Oh, Bud's going to kill him too. I mean, come on.
He will, but if it's big money, he can kind of say, "Hey, keep me around there until the 8th."
I want to see.
I think that is what happens.
I want to see Bud.
I
want to see Bud and Canelo.
They won't fight now.
I know. I want to see it. And Bud, Errol Spence. I'm a big Errol Spence fan. I know Errol. My name's Errol. I love Errol. And he's from, believe it or not, he's born in Long Island. He's born in Brentwood, and he moved to Texas. So I know Errol. He follows me on social media.
After that beating, he looked.
He follows me because I'm the only white Errol he knows.
Oh, okay.
Me and him, it's interesting when I have conversations, through social media with him and asking him, well, what's next with you? What's next? He's lucky to be alive. Okay?
Yeah.
He's lucky to be alive. I was very surprised. And remember, I don't think anybody understands. When he fought Bud, he was blind in one eye.
He looked like he was blind because those shots was coming. He couldn't see him at all.
It wasn't working.
Errol, I did not say that. It was
Errol,
him.
It's okay. I can't
Jason
fight. Don't
Avant
beat me
said
up.
that. It was not
Don't
me.
beat me up, buddy.
That was not me.
You may not be able to see me, though.
All right, Jason, before we let you go, we're going to give you some nice gift. It's one of our sponsors, Ice Shaker.
Ice Shaker.
Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Chris Gronkowski and Gronk. This
Okay.
is their company. They
Okay.
built it. They won Shark Tank with
Okay.
Mark Cuban. And this is a wonderful item. And
This is obligation for Rob. He's like, dude, I got to help my brother out. I'm
going to say this
Ice
to Chris.
Shaker, I love you guys.
Maybe.
All you got to do is go to iceshaker.com, www.iceshaker.com. He's crazy. I didn't say that, Chris. That was him. I didn't say that.
I say what I want, Chris. Okay, I made my money, Chris. Okay.
Iceshaker.com. And you go, you can get Marvel, Star Wars, you can get any of your NFL companies or brands, anything. They can make anything on it. $50 or more, you get a free shipping. www.iceshaker.com. All right. You're fantastic, man. We
fun.
bump into you. I love the colors, man. I love the shirt. I love the hat. And I was like, and then he screams out Jason Avant.
A little silence, so moment of silence.
A
for
moment of
the Giants.
silence.
It's okay, bro.
Well, I'm not silent. Silent night is
Hey, hold on, wait a minute. Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, come on. Stop with
All right,
this.
wait.
Stop with this. I mean, I'm done. I don't want to talk about this. That's just too
He's
much,
the
man.
savior for 2 years.
I didn't say that. I did not say that on the show. I never said that.
A couple of years ago, I had a great fourth
I never
place.
said that.
A great fourth
I never
place.
said it.
We got Devontae Adams.
I never said that either. As a matter of fact, I thought it was a terrible trade at the time, even though Devontae Adams was good for the Jets.
Yeah.
But he's
He
no
played
longer
well.
going to be a Jet because
yeah.
if Aaron's gone, he's gone. As quick as they
Aaron needs to get off the media while he's playing, like I don't know.
But he played well this year. If you look at his
Who,
numbers,
Aaron?
yeah, he played well.
I did
Did
not
you look at
play
his
well.
numbers? 28 touchdowns.
Numbers don't mean anything. It's about winning moments.
But winning,
It's about winning.
All right.
Like you can say the same thing about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts' numbers are never good.
All
but
right,
guess
Josh-
where he is
Jason,
times
I'm
in
going to
3
give
years.
you. I'm going to throw you a curveball. Who won the MVP this year?
Josh Allen.
Josh
Which
Allen.
he shouldn't have.
Okay, but he won the MVP, right?
He won the MVP.
Do you know that Aaron Rodgers had just as many touchdowns thrown?
Okay.
He threw only 3 more interceptions than Josh Allen, and he threw Josh Allen only threw 150 more yards than him. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. But how many wins did?
He also had like a dozen more rushing
No.
touchdowns.
How many wins did the Jets?
I
have?
understand it. The team
No,
sucks.
But
I
hold
mean,
on, wait.
No, the team doesn't suck. The team's actually good. It's the coaching. Robert Bambi Sala, okay?
Oh, you gotta get
Bambi
this.
stinks, okay? He's a horrible coach, and you can sit here and you can smile at it.
All I know,
He stinks.
All I know
Bambi
is
sucks.
that when Peyton Manning went to Broncos, the Broncos won.
That's
he
different.
brought the offense. When Drew Brees came from the Chargers, went to the Saints.
That's different.
They won.
That's different.
All I know is players make plays, and that dude didn't make plays when he was there when it mattered.
All
I'm
right,
gonna get out of
Jason.
here.
You're
Love you guys.
upsetting me now. Jason Avant.
Thanks.
All right, you guys.